homework time again. Here we are on the Lesson 5 homework of Module 3. Let's start things off right. Jot your name at the top of your paper. Don't think I'll do that later. You might forget. Everybody forgets stuff. I forget stuff. You drive halfway down the street, you gotta go back to the house kind of thing, you know? And let's jot down today's date, because anything worth doing is worth doing well. All right, today you write the actual date. All right, no problem here. A little bit of multiplication work with place value. Got it. Draw a place value disk to represent the value of the following expressions. Okay, so we'll be drawing some disks by the following expressions. They mean these equations, such as 5 times 2 equals blank. So let's start by drawing it. These ones are easy, but when you get into more complex ones, you'll definitely be glad you drew it first. So we're doing 5 times 2. So we'll draw 2 ones. Okay. And then we'll do it 5 times. So 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. Okay, now each of these, and I'm going to circle them very carefully, we will be multiplying, or we just multiplied rather. All right, see, so we have the 2 ones 5 times. 2 ones, 2 ones, 2 ones, 2 ones, 2 ones. And so, again, I know this is easy. But what we did was, let's do this first here. 5 times how many ones? We did 2 ones. And how many ones does that give us? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 ones, okay? So 5 times 2 is what? 10 ones is equal to 10. That is the number. And over here we have it in vertical form as well, up and down. So 2 times 5 is 10, still. Okay, now similar idea with 20. So you're going to say we're starting with 20. How would I draw 20 in a place value chart? But as 2 tens. So there's 2 tens. And I'll circle as I go this time. And I'm doing 5 times. So there's a second time, second set of 2 tens, a third set of 2 tens. They look like double eggs, double fried eggs. A fourth set of 2 tens, and lastly, squeezing in at the bottom here, a fifth set of 2 tens. So again, I'm going to do this first. 5 times how many tens? I just said it 5 times, so 2 tens is what? Well, what do we have? We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 tens. And so that is what you'd write here. You'd write 10 tens. Now, what is the value of 10 tens? We know. What is it? Yes, it's 100. And if you look at 5 times 20, that makes sense. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Okay. And over here, to do it vertically, 100. Look at that, beautiful. 1 and 2 done. Let's keep this train rolling on to number 3. And you see numbers 3 and 4 continue on in the same vein. So now we're doing 5 times 200. So we'll start by drawing 200s. There they are in all their little double yoke glory. And we're doing 5 times that. We're going to do that 5 times. So here's a second set of 200s, and a third set of 200s, and a fourth set of 200s, and yea, verily, I say unto thee, a fifth set of 200s. So what I did was 5 times 200s. And now what did I end up with? What is actually on the place value chart? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 hundreds. And so that is what I write here. It is 10 hundreds. Now, what is the alter alias of 10 hundreds? What is the value of 10 hundreds? Yes, it is 1,000. And 5 times 200, 200, 400, 600, 800, 1,000. My answer makes sense. 1,000. And the same thing over here in vertical form. 1,000. 200 times 5 is 1,000. So you get used to writing it in 1, 2, 3, 4 different ways. You really understand what you're doing. Now in this one, we're doing 5 times 2,000. So same idea. I will draw these 2,000s. There they are, looking good, feeling fine. I need to do it 5 times. So there's a second set of 2,000s, a third set of 2,000s, a fourth set of 2,000s, and yesa, a fifth set of 2,000s. So what did I do? I did 5, right? 5 times. And what did I do 5 times? 2,000s. And what did I end up with on the place value chart? That's what goes here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 thousands. Yes, just like in the other examples, but this time it's 1,000. So I'll write out 10 thousands. And then up here, I would write that answer in standard form. 10 thousands is equal to, that's right, 10,000. 2, 3, good. And then over here in vertical form, same idea. 10,000. Excellent. Boy, we're cruising through. Let's keep this train going. We're doing great. Number 5, let's go. And number 5 has the simple instructions, find the product, aka multiply. And right now your parents are saying like, hey, this I recognize. This is multiplication. This I can do. Well, even here with Eureka Math, there is a slight difference. Let's write it out in unit form. This is how we learned to do it. 2 tens, right? And 20 times 9, we're talking about 2 tens times 9. Now, think about it. How many tens is that then? Right, 18 tens. You see how it works? Excellent. And 18 tens is equal to what number? Well, if you have 18 tens, you have 180. Okay, so we will write that answer here in the actual equation. Great. Same idea here, but now the number in the tens comes second instead of first. So we'll start by saying 6 times, and what do we have? That's right, 7 tens is how many tens? 6 times 7, you know 6 times 7, you 6 times 7, 6 times 7 is your friend, everybody, ready for that? Yep, it's 42. 42 tens. And now think about it, 42 tens, picture that in the place value chart in your mind, 4, 2, and then 0 ones is 420 in standard form. All right, and this one's a good example of why we do it this way. 7 times 700. So I'm doing 7 times 700s to put it into unit form. So how many hundreds is that? Well, 7 times 7, you know, is, that's right, 49. I'm going to have to go into another line to fit it. So it's 4,900s. And 4,900 is how people commonly refer to this number in standard form. So picture in that place value chart in your mind, 4, 9 in the hundreds place, the 9 is. And then 0, 10, 0, 1s, 4, 9, 0, 0. That number in standard form we'd call 4,900. And people do say all the time, oh, how much you want for that car? 4,900, right? Okay, D is 3 times 900. So 3 times, in unit form, 900s. Okay, so how many hundreds would I then have? Just do 3 times 9, right? 27 hundreds. You see, in this way, you can multiply stuff big numbers that you didn't think you could do before. So 3 times 900, 2700. Picture 2 7, 0 10, 0 1s, 2 7 0 0. All right, so that number we'd call, in word form, we'd say, or write, 2,000 700. Well, let's look at E here. 9 times 90. That's 9 times 90 is 9 tens. You got the hang of this, huh? So 9 times 9, you know that one? 81. And we have 81 tens then. So again, picture this in the place value chart in your mind. 8, 1. The 1 is in the tens place. We have 0 ones. 8, 1, 0. Ah. In standard form, I call that 810. So now, we're looking next at 40 times 7. That's 4 tens. Times 7. Well, let's think. 4 times 7 is how many tens? 4 tens times 7, so 28. And that's tens. And again, picture in your head in that place value chart in your mind. 2, 8. 8 is in the tens place. 0 ones. 280. Standard form 280. And now we have 600 times 6. All right, well, so that's 600s. And we're multiplying that by 6. You know 6 times 6, that's right, 36. And so hundreds. Okay, and so to write that in standard form as our answer up here, picture 3, 6. The 6 is in the hundreds place. 3, 6, 0, 10, 0, ones. 3, 6, 0, 0, 3,600. And in H, we have a similar one. 8 times 6,000. So 8 times 6,000 is how many thousands? Yes, 48. 8 times 6 is 48, and we're talking about thousands here. So that number, 48,000, well, that's easy to put in standard form, isn't it? 48,000. And now if your big brother or your uncle or somebody sitting there saying, this is way more work than it's worth, you just do it this way, this little shortcut, this little trick. The problem with tricks and shortcuts is then when you see something that's a little unfamiliar and the trick and the shortcut don't work, or if you kind of forget those at the moment, you don't understand what you're doing and you can't do it. So by doing it this way, writing out the place value, you are understanding what you're doing. So when you see something new, when you forget the little shortcuts, you can still do the math. Let's look at I. 5 times, well, 70 is 7 tens. So how many tens is that? 5 times 7 tens? Yes, 35 tens. And notice I'm assuming you know your multiplication facts here. I can't teach every fact to you as we go along. It's not really going to work. If you don't know them, go learn them. So 35 tens is what in standard form? Picture that. 3, 5. 5 is in the tens place. 0 ones. 3, 5, 0. Excellent. And in J, we're looking at 5 times 80. So it's 5 times, well, this is very similar to the last one, 8 tens, right? 5 times 8, there you go. 40, right? 40 tens. And so 4, 0, that 0 is in the tens place, and then we also have 0 ones, so 4, 0, 0. Yes, the number also known as 400. And in 5 times 200, we have 5 times 2 hundreds. Well, how many hundreds is 5 times 2 hundreds? Well, 5 times 2 is 10, so it's 10 hundreds. And 10 hundreds is equal to what? Oh yeah, you know that. Chase, we've been doing place value for months now, it seems. 1,000. Okay, so in this last one, L here, we have 6,000s, right? See the 6,000s. that we are multiplying by 5. 6 times 5 is 30, so we're talking about 30 thousands. And that's easy to put into standard form because when you say 30 thousands, you hear yourself saying 30,000. So 30,000. Woo, many parts there are to number 5, but we did it. Congratulations. High five. And now let's go on to number 6. And now finally in number 6, we're set free to use what we've learned in actual real-life situations. So at the school cafeteria, each student who orders lunch gets 6 chicken nuggets. No, you can't have extra. The cafeteria staff prepares enough for 300 kids. How many chicken nuggets does the cafeteria staff prepare altogether? I love this because this is the kind of thing you actually have to do. You know, you work in the cafeteria, you're making lunch. You're not going to defrost way more than you need, or you're not going to take out less than you need and run short. So you actually have got to do the math. So what are we doing here? Each kid, so you can think of it a couple of different ways, but you say 300 kids will get a nugget 6 times. Or you could say 6 nuggets will be handed out 300 times. Let's write it that way. 6 nuggets will be handed out 300 times. Say 6 times 300. And in the way we just did, we can think of that as 6 times 300s. These are wicked easy, y'all. 6 times 300s. So 6 times 300s, well, we know 6 times 3 is 18. So 6 times 300s is 1800s. And to write that in standard form as a regular old number is what? 18, we'll picture the 1, 8. The 8 is in the hundreds place. 0, 10, 0, 1s. 1, 8, 0, 0. 1,800. So there's the math in just a simple statement. Cafeteria. Prepares 1,800 nuggets. Nice job, cafeteria. Nice job, kids. Look at that. It's done already. Let's chomp on over, take our little nuggets with us to number 7. Well, I don't think there's been yet created a math curriculum that did not have a question about stickers. So here we go. Here it is, stickers. Jalen has 30 times as many stickers as her brother. Her brother has 8 stickers. How many stickers does Jalen have? Okay, well, we can do this. He has 8, and she has times 30, right? 30 times as many, which we can think of in our unit fashion as 8 times 3 what? You got it, 8 times 3 tens. So 8 times 3 tens is how many tens? Well, you know your facts, 8 times 3, that's right, 24 tens it is. And now to picture this in standard form, 24 tens, 2, 4, 4 is in the tens place, 0 in the ones place, 240. That number also known as 240. So there's our math. Let me just write a statement, very simple one here. Jalen, what a sweet girl she is. Jalen has 240 stickers. Nice job with the stickers, Jalen, and brother too. He's got a decent collection. These are just flying by, huh? And there's only one left. Let's do it. Number 8. Let's go. All right. And there's always a question about flowers, too. So here it is. This is a good one, though. I like this. You got to think a bit. The flower shop has 40 times as many flowers in one cooler as Julia has in her bouquet. The cooler has 120 flowers. How many flowers are in Julia's bouquet? And now I've seen students say, oh, we're doing multiplication, 40 times 120. With no thinking. Okay, let's think about it. Let's draw ourselves as a little pictures, shall we? So think about her little bouquet of flowers. Okay, those are the flowers, there are the stems, okay, and it's in some kind of like paper sleeve. Oh my goodness, that's horrible. But you understand, okay, so that's Julia's bouquet. And now the cooler, think about the cooler, okay? The cooler is a big old piece of refrigerated furniture with a door with handles, and there are shelves, there are glass shelves, and on all of these shelves there are many, many, many flowers, okay? And I'm doing this drawing to show you got to think things out. So this is the bouquet right here, and this is the cooler. Now think, the cooler has 120 flowers. Is it possible that if you multiply 120 by 40 and get some much larger number, that Julia's little bouquet in her hand has like thousands of flowers in it? Okay, so you really have to stop and think here, and you'll realize that what we're really doing here is saying that this is a tricky one. The bouquet, okay, the bouquet, that's what we're trying to find. We're trying to find B here, as we called it. The bouquet, okay, so the cooler has 40 times as many, so we can think of it this way. If you took the bouquet number and multiplied it by 40, you'd get the number in the cooler. And we do know the number of flowers in the cooler. We're told that the bouquet times 40 equals 120. And then we could look at this and say, okay, what times 40 is 120? And you could find that by skip counting by 40. In fact, if you could skip count by 4s, you can do it like this. You can say 4, 8, 12, 40, 80, 120. Make that look more like a 0. So you see how you can find it here? So it is what? 1, 2, 3. And you try that out. 3 times 40. Ooh, bad 4. 3 times 40 equals 120. Does that make sense? Yes, 3 times 40 is 120. And therefore, my answer checks out. And so how many flowers are in the bouquet? A measly 3. Who gave her that bouquet? Another way you could do this is just the inverse operation and say to yourself, okay, well, it's 120 flowers. If that's 40 times, well, then dividing that by 40 will give me the number in her bouquet. And you will, of course, discover through the miracle of division that 120 divided by 40 is also 3. So the bouquet is 3. And so we just write a simple statement here. You see, if you had multiplied, you would have gotten, what is it? Can you do that in your head quickly? 4800, yep, 4,800. Is she going to have a bouquet with 4,800 flowers in it? I'd like to see her pick it up. Okay, so Julia's bouquet is our statement. Has 3 measly, rotten, half-wilted flowers. See, I like that one there. Well, can you believe it? You did it again! You finished your homework. Great job. Go celebrate. And I'll see you next time. It is again homework time.